we've got so far. We're going to stick to that for now until otherwise. So we are seeing Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, State Councilor Yang Jiechi, among other senior politicians in the audience. Now, the three-day event in Vladivostok has drawn international leaders from a host of sectors. And that's as Russia seeks greater economic integration between its Far East and the rest of the Asia-Pacific region. Discussions will look at ways to drive investment and improve living conditions. And this is also the first time a Chinese head of state is attending the event. President Xi was invited by Russian President Vladimir Putin. The two leaders have previously met on many occasions, and that includes the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Qingdao, the BRICS Summit in Johannesburg. So this is the third time they've met in this year. And the two presidents have also kept in close contact on a wide range of issues, including security, economy, and global governance. Remember, during President Putin's state visit to China in June, Xi awarded the Russian president China's highest honor for foreigners, the Medal of Friendship. Again, you're watching the live picture coming from Vladivostok in Russia. We're seeing the signing ceremony between the two presidents. And let me now bring in our guest, Mr. Wang Jianhui. He's the General Manager of Research and Development at the Capital Security. So, as we were watching the live pictures, Mr. Wang, the Russian Far East region is a big focus, obviously, for President Putin. And last year, China was the region's largest trading partner. What areas does the cross-border trade actually cover?
Yeah, so far I think the major big ticket, the mega deals has been done on the state level, so between SOEs and state-controlled oil companies, etc. And for the cross-border trade, it used to be the major component of the bilateral trade back in 20 or 15 years ago. But right now it's only accounting about 10 or 15% of the total trade, and also the level is yet to be upgraded. It's still like in a primitive status back in 15 years ago, although the building has been renovated and for newly constructed. And also I think we still have a lot of room for growth, because right now, even at the current level, 84 billion US dollars for the trade between the two countries, that only account about 2% of the total Chinese foreign trade, and we still have a lot of room for growth, and also for the greenfield investments in these Far East areas, where over 80% of natural resources of Russia's existed in this area. So building manufacturing facilities around the resources makes sense, both economically and politically.
All right, thank you. Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin is giving a speech. Let's listen in.
I'd like to extend my gratitude to everyone, especially to President Xi Jinping, for coming to the forum, and this is the first forum. I believe you are the most noble guest for this time's EEF. We know the Chinese delegation with a large number of people from a government, as well as from provincial governments, and as well as the business executives. Besides the president from People's Republic of China, we also have the head of states from Mongolia, Japan, and ROK to attend the event. Just now, we had a small and a large scale of meetings. We exchanged views on the issues of both concerns, and will conduct more strategic cooperations. As we mentioned, we will strengthen our economic and trade cooperation. Both sides are very satisfied For the first half of this year, our trade volume reached $660 billion, and by the end of this year, we will very possibly to reach $100 billion. In May this year, we also signed a new economic treaties that will bring a new impetus to bilateral ties. We will also strengthen our cooperations to use the currencies of both sides, especially in the trade and economic activities. This will also help to increase the role of our bilateral currencies in the international stage. Just now, we signed a great number of contacts, especially including oil and gas. Russia will continue to provide crude oil and natural gas to China. And at the same time, we will also discuss that we will let the Far East to send the natural gas to China, and we had the key project in Siberia, that's the gas pipeline, natural gas pipeline from Far East to China. Will continue this project and better utilize the resources. And talking about nuclear power in terms of construction and establishment of the natural gas plant. This is also our area of cooperation, and we will also continue our cooperation in agriculture, science and technologies, especially for agriculture that we have a very promising momentum. A lot of actually the Russian agricultural products, they gained access to China for the first time. For grain this year, we already export to China reached 650 billion tons. This is a very important sign for our bilateral trade in agriculture. And for meat, dairy, and the other products, we will also have a great potential to export more to China. And we will also strengthen and improve our export to the provincial level of China. We have a lot of the opportunities to meet with the leaders from the provincial levels to discuss the solutions to solve the issues we are facing in our bilateral ties and cooperations. I believe the Far East cooperation with Northeast region of China set a benchmark of our bilateral cooperation. Besides, we also talk about the transportation corridor as well as people-to-people exchanges. As we understand, this year Russia holds 2018 FIFA World Cup, and a lot of audience actually from China, which also showcase that we have a great potential in sports sector. Talking about the BRICS, G20, United Nations, we had a very good interaction under all these framework. And in front of us, there is a quite prominent issues, which is the Korean Peninsula, and China and Russia always keep a very close communication regarding the Korean Peninsula issues, and we are very glad to see that the two countries in Korean Peninsula, they're making very positive works to solve the issues, and we welcome these positive signs and actions taken by the both sides, and China and Russia will continue to play a larger role in this side. And we will also help them to have more communication with the United States as well. This is a very high-level exchange for EEF and will also open a new chapter for our two sides bilateral cooperation in the future. Thank you.
尊敬的普京总统
Your Excellency, President Vladimir Putin,
各位部长们，
ministers
媒体朋
from
友
both sides,
大家
friends
好，
from the media.
很高兴和我的好朋友
Good evening to
普
all.
京总统一道
I'm very
跟大家
happy
见面。
to meet with all
这是我担任中国国家主席以来
with my
第7
friends
次来到俄罗斯，
Vladimir Putin, and this is my
也是
7th
我首
visit
次
to
出席
Russia as the head of
东方经济论坛。
People's Republic China, and also my
我
first
8
time
年
to
前曾经
attend
到访过
Eastern
弗拉迪沃斯托
Economic
克，
Forum. 8 years ago, I
这次
paid a
来既
visit
熟悉亲切，
to
又
Vladivostok,
耳目一新，
and this is,
为这
I
里
feel
的
very
快速发
familiar
展
to this area, but
感
also
到
see a
由衷的
lot
高
of
兴。
new
今天
changes.
下午
I
我
feel
同普
very
京总
happy.
统举行了坦诚深入、
This afternoon,
富有成果
I
的
had a
会谈。
very
就新形势
constructive
下
and
双边关
open
系及重大
discussion.
国际和地区问
We
题
exchanged
广泛
views
交换意见，
on
达成了
international
重
and
要共识。
regional issues of common concerns
一会儿
and reach
我们还将出席
consensus.
中俄地方领
Later,
导人对
we'll
话会。
attend the
这些
dialogue
活动很
between
有意义和
the
代表性，
provincial leaders from both sides.
反映了当
All
前
these have a great
双方合作的
meaning and
全面
significance.
深入。
They showcase that
明
bilateral
天我还
ties
将
right
同
now
普京总统一道
cover a
出席
varied
第4届
range.
东方
And
经济
tomorrow,
论坛。
with President
同
Putin,
地区各
we
国
together
共
will
商合
attend
作
the
发
fourth
展大局。
EEF to discuss the development strategies with other
近4
partners.
个月来，我同普
The
京
recent
总统
4
以3
months
次会晤。
This is
如此
our
密切的
third
交往
time to meet
体
each
现
other.
了中俄关
This
系的
very
高水平
frequent and
和
close
特殊性，
communication showcase
也凸显了
the
两国
unique
关系在各
feature
自外交
of
议
our
程中
bilateral
的
ties and
优
also
先地位。
showcase the priority of our both
年内
countries in each
我们还
other's
将在重要多
agenda.
边场合会面，
And
继续
this
深
year,
入
we will also have
友
more
好交
opportunity
流。
to meet each other and exchange friendly
我和普京总统一致认为，
communications.
今年以来，中俄关系呈现更加积极的发
The
展势头。
relations between China
进入
and
更高
Russia
水平、
show
更快
a
发展的
sound
新时期。
momentum with faster
双方相互
growth
坚定
speed.
支持对方走符合本国
We
国情
firmly
的发
support
展
each
道
other
路
to follow its own strategies
坚定支
for
持对方
development
维护
based
自
on its
身
own
安全
conditions,
和发展权
and
益，
also support each
树
other's
立了大
legitimate
国
and legal rights and
邻国关
interests,
系典
and
范。
also build good examples
我们高
of
兴地看到，
enabling coexistence and cohesion. We are very glad to see that with our joint efforts,
正在不断
the
转化
value
为
of
实实在在的
strategic
合作成果。
geographic strategies right now produce
今年1日7月，
tangible results.
双边贸易额
With the
583
trade
亿美元，
volume of this year's 7 months reached
25.8%.
around $84 billion of US dollars,
中国继
increased
续
by
保持俄罗斯第一大贸易
15.8%.
伙伴国
China
地位。
keep as the largest trading
贸易
partner
结构
with
持续优化，
Russia, and we keep improving our
两国
trade
积极开
mix.
展共建“一带一路”同欧亚
Both
经济
sides
联盟对接
actively
合作。
aligned China's Belt and Road Initiative
能源、
with Russia's
航空、
Eurasian
航天、
Economic
互联
Union
互通等
strategy.
领域战
We
略
have a
性
lot
大
of
项目
strategic projects
以及
undergoing
金融、
in aviation
农
and
业、电子
infrastructure
商务等
and
新兴领域合
aerospace,
作
and
齐
we'll
头
also
并进，
open emerging areas
既有量的积
in
累，
agriculture
又有质
and
的
other
飞跃。
fields. We
内
have
涵和外
made
延
a great number
不断
of
扩展。
products and also in high quality. Our range of cooperation
两
keep
国人文
enriching
合
and
作如火如
expanding.
荼，
People-to-people
民间往来
exchanges
更加密
is
切。
booming. More and more people
赴
and
对
cultural
方国家留
events
学旅游人数屡创新
is
高。
undergoing, and we have the students to study in
更
each
加
other
令人高
countries
兴的是，
increasing.
两国青年一代的相互了解和友谊不断
And
深
it's
化。
encouraging to see
弗拉
that
迪沃斯托克海
we
洋
have a lot of
全俄
DA
儿童
young
中心，
students and students
这是爱
exchange
心和友谊最好
their
的象
views,
征，
and DA
承载着两
Aqua
国青
project
少年
in
感人真挚的
Vladivostok also showcase
也将不断
the
孕
true
育
feelings and
中俄
love
世代
between
友
the
好
youth
生
of
生
both
不息的
sides.
力
This
量。
will also showcase these great tradition
今
and
明2年
cooperation
是中
will
俄地
pass
方合作交流
will
年，
carrying forward generation to
双
generation.
方举办了一系列
This
丰富
year
多彩
we
的
had
交
a
流活
lot
动
of，exchange and activities
东北远东、长江伏尔加河
happened at
两大
the
地区合作机制日臻成熟，
provincial levels, and we
两
also
国其
have the
他地方也
projects
在积极开展交流合
including
作。
DA.
我和普京总统
lake and the river of Amur rivers. President Putin and I will give our great support to see more the sister cities and the brother towns to be engaged, to see the flower of cooperation flourishing. And we believe the two people will be more familiar with each other, and we have a closer cooperation and communication. All these will bring a new opportunities for the cooperation in Far East regions. As a permanent member of UN Security Council and also the emerging countries, we all shoulder the responsibilities to make the world to develop in a stable and secure way. We have a similar view on the international issues, and we have a wide common interest and common ground. Right now, the international environment is intricate and complex, a lot of uncertainties. We work together to uphold the world peace and stability. This all with great importance. China will keep working with Russia under the framework of UN, G20, and BRICS. We will work together and also with the international communities to push forward the political progress to solve the issues and firmly follow the UN charters to object unilateralism and protectionism, to promote the new type of international relations and building a community with a shared future for mankind. I would like to extend my gratitude to President Putin and also the friends of Russia for your thoughtful arrangement of hospitalities for the China delegations, and I wish the fourth EEF a complete success. Thank you.
All right, that was the signing ceremony and a joint press conference held by Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping in Vladivostok, Russia. They've met on the sidelines of the Eastern Economic Forum. A series of agreements have been signed on gas and oil projects, trade and investment. The two also talked about transportation corridors, the Belt and Road Initiative, people-to-people exchanges, as well as Korean Peninsula issue. The Chinese president called the talks deep, cordial, and fruitful. Now, let me unpack all of this with my guest, Mr. Wang Jianhui here. Let me get your reaction after hearing their speeches. What's your major takeaway?
Well, I think it's not just like a regional forum as it looks like. It's just like a very high level issues, high-level events. It sounds like almost a mini version of APEC summit. So in this occasion, both leaders talked about not only the local issues, but more than the state-level issues and the international multilateral issues. So they expressed their major standpoints about all these most important international political economic issues. So that's very unique.
And they're meeting at a especially important time amid the growing trade tension between China and the U.S., right? That carries special meaning, doesn't it?
Yes, especially under such circumstances, intensifying the regional and bilateral relations will somehow offset the damage caused by the unilateralism, and also it also help to release the existing potential between the trading partners in these areas. For instance, with Russia, besides the energy sectors, we still have a lot of potential to cooperate in the mining sectors and manufacturing and agriculture sectors. So Russia still have over 1 million arable lands. So without under no development. So, but China is keen to to gain more cultivated land. So I think
lots of potential there.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing your insights, Mr. Wang.
Pleasure.
And that does it for this special coverage here at The World Today. Africa Live is coming your way next. Stay tuned.